to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you how to cut a princess dart. First and foremost, I will draw a straight line at the top of my pattern paper. I will draw a straight line. That's where I will be taking all my vertical measurements from. I'll be adding 0.5 inches to all my verticals. Firstly, I will measure my breast point, which is 9 plus 0.5, 9.5. My under bust 12 plus 0.5, which is 12.5. My waistline, which is 15 plus 0.5, which is 15.5. So each of this point I will draw out the lines. As you can see, I'll draw it out like this. Then after drawing it out, then I will come back and measure my blouse length, which is 20 plus 0.5, which is 20.05, but I use 21 in this measurement. Then that's that line, my breast point, my under bust, my waistline, and my blouse length. Then the next step for this tutorial is I'll measure my back or my shoulder, which is 7.5. Then my armhole depth is 8.5. That's my shoulder divided by 2 plus 1. That's what I used. I'll measure it again to be very sure, so that it will be accurate. Then I'll draw a straight line just like this. The next step now is my neck width, which is 3.5, and my neck depth, which is 4. Then I will connect these lines together and draw out my desired neck shape. Just like this. Just like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is for my shoulder slope, 0.5 inch. Then I connect. Now I'm going to bring out my armhole curve, which is my bust divided by 4. At that point, I will make a curve, just a small curve. I'll make a curve. That's my armhole curve for this measurement. Then I will measure my nipple to nipple measurement, or my bust bar measurement, which is 3 plus 0.5. The 0.5 is for sewing allowance. Let me label them so that I won't forget the measurement that I use. So I'll measure 3.5 for my waistline, 3.5 on my under bust, 3.5 on my bust point line. Then I'll come under on my breast point, have 1 inch down. .5 on my blouse length line. Then I'll connect all the points together just like this. After connecting the points together, I will come to my armhole, divide it by 2, starting from that shoulder slope. Divided by 2 is 4. I'll mark that point. Then from that point, I'll connect it to that 1 1/2 under the breast point. As you can see, I'll just dot it first. I use my pen to make a dotted line to that point. Then I'll just use my pen to connect it like this. Better still, let me just use my marker to trace it out well. Perfect. Now your princess cut is on the way. Then after that connection, I will come to this very point and mark 1/2 inch. I'll connect that 1/2 inch to the points I curved my armhole. Why we always do this on princess cut is anytime you are joining the fabric together, you discover that the other side is not always enough. But when you have this excess here, when you are sewing, it will always be enough. Then I'll bring out my horizontal measurements. My bust 8.5 plus 1.5. My bust is 34 divided by 4. 8.5 plus 1.5. My under bust is 28 divided by 4. 7 plus 1.5. 1.5 for seam allowance. Then on my waist now, my waist is 30 divided by 4. 7.5 plus 1.5. I'll mark it out. Then my hip, my blouse is going to get to my hip line. My hip is 36 divided by 4. 9 plus 1.5. I'll connect all the lines, all the dotted points, as you can see. I'll connect it. Let me come again. That place 0.5 for the shoulders low, my neck 3.5 width and 4 inches depth. Under armhole, that princess cut, I added 0.5 inch so that it will be equal when sewing the fabric. So simple as ABC. There is nothing more, nothing less. You can just use this pattern to cut the back. If you are using a stretchy fabric, you can use this pattern to cut the back. You just have to add zipper allowance to it. So I'm just going to cut out my pattern now. You have to cut out this other side of it first. You have to be careful. It's pattern, so even if there is a mistake, you can always select it. But the best, you just have to be careful when you are cutting it out on the fabric. And I'll just cut out this other part. wanted a curved neck, but I will adjust it when I'm cutting it on the fabric. I'll just trim off that excess. As you can see, your pattern is ready. So when I cut out my fabric I'm joining, it will definitely be equal. Because if you are conversant with princess cut, you notice it's not always equal when sewing, but adding that 0.5 inches will definitely be equal. That's all. Simple as ABC. You can use this pattern to cut the bag. Thank you for watching. God bless.